So this is the third document that I'm reading for the first time. Revise Implementing Rules and Regulations for PD 957. So this file, I got it from BSUD website. Housing and Land Use Regulatory Board, 2009. Revise Implementing Rules and Regulations for PD 957. A joint project of the Rules and Standards Development Group and the Technical Working Group on the revision of the IRR 2009 edition. List of board resolutions incorporated in the revised Implementing Rules and Regulations for PD 957. Number 1. Board Resolution Number 725, Series of 2002, amending the revised Implementing Rules and Regulations for Presidential Decree Number 957 and Batas Pambansa Number 220. Number 2. Board Resolution Number 748, Series of 2003, further relaxing the requirements for the issuance of Certificate of Registration and License to Sell. Number 3. Board Resolution Number 763, Series of 2004, amending Sections 9, 10, and 11 of the revised Implementing Rules and Regulations for PD 957. Number 4. Board Resolution Number 794, Series of 2006, amending provision on signatories to Subdivision Development Plan and Site Development Plan for projects under PD 957 and BP 220. Number 5. Board Resolution Number 812, Series of 2007, approving the fast-tracking of the issuance of Certificate of Registration and License to Sell. Number 6. Board Resolution Number 839, Series of 2009, requiring subdivision and condominium owner, developer, to submit a copy of the special temporary permit from the Professional Regulations Commission and of the separate permit from the Department of Labor and Employment for foreign architects who signed on plans required under the Implementing Rules and Regulations of PD 957 and BP 220. Number 7. Board Resolution Number 830-A, Series of 2009, amending the minimum level of development requirement in the issuance of license to sell for subdivision and condominium projects under Board Resolution Number 830, Series of 2008. Table of Contents. Title and page. Rule 1. Minimum Design Standards. Section 1. Design Standards and Guidelines for Residential Subdivision Projects. Page 1. Section 2. Design Standards and Guidelines for Residential Condominium Projects. Page 24. Section 3. Conversion of existing structures to condominium projects. Page 29. Section 4. Variances. Page 29. Rule number 2. Approval of Subdivision Plan. Section 5. Application for Approval of Subdivision Development Plan. Page 30. Rule number 3. Approval of Condominium Plan. Section 6. Application for Approval of Condominium Plan. Page 34. Rule number 4. Registration and Licensing of Subdivision and Condominium Project. Section 7. Application for Registration. Page 36. Section 8. Application for License to Sell. Page 0. Section 9. Notice of Publication. Page 40. Section 10. Certificate of Registration. Page 41. Section 11. License to Sell. Page 41. Section 12. Performance Bond. Page 41. Rule 5. Registration of Real Estate Dealers, Brokers, and Salesmen. Section 13. Application for Registration of Brokers and Salesmen. Page 42. Section 14. Certificate of Registration. Page 42. Section 15, bonds, page 43. Rule number 6, miscellaneous provisions. Section 16, definition of terms, page 43. Section 17, submission of semestral reports on operations, page 46. Section 18, display of certificate of registration or license to sell, page 46. Section 19, lost or destroyed certificate of registration or license to sell, page 46. Section 20, advertisement, page 47. Section 21, time of completion, page 47. Section 22, transfer of ownership or change of name, page 47. Section 23, alteration of plans, page 47. Section 24, non-forfeiture of payments, page 48. Section 25, registration of conveyances, page 48. Section 26, mortgages, page 48. Section 27, real tax and other charges, page 48. Section 28, complaints against owners, developers, dealers, brokers, and salesmen, page 48. Section 29, administrative fines, page 48. Section 30, criminal penalties, page 48. Section 31, identification of lot subject of sale, page 49. Section 32, broker salesman as witness to sales, page 49. Section 33, fees, page 49. Section 34, applicability, page 49. Section 35, transitory provisions, page 49. Section 36, separability clause, page 49. Section 37, effectivity, page 49. List of tables. Table 1, parks and playgrounds allocation, page 5. Table 2, facilities according to the number of saleable lots dwelling units for subdivision projects, 1 hectare and above, page 6. Table 3, hierarchy of roads, page 7. Table 4, road right-of-way, page 8. Table 5, width of planting strips and sidewalks, page 10. Table 6, minimum lot area, page 13. Table 7, minimum lot frontage, page 14. Table 8, planning design standards for a residential subdivision project under PD 957, page 18. List of figures. Figure 1, interconnecting road, page 9. Figure 2, setback requirement along main public road, page 9. Figure 3, road intersections, page 11. Figure 4, road grade slope, page 12. Figure 5, firewall requirement for row houses, page 15. Annexes. Annex A, Presidential Decree number 957, page 50. Presidential Decree number 1216, page 63. Rules and Regulations implementing Section 31 of PD 957 as amended by PD 1216, page 65. Annex B, the Condominium Act, page 68. Annex C, Resolution number R-53, variant, page 82. Revised Rules and Regulation implementing the Subdivision and Condominium Buyers Protective Decree, PD 957, and other related laws. Pursuant to Article 4, Section 5C of Executive Order number 648, the following rules are hereby promulgated by the Housing and Land Use Regulatory Board, HLURB, to implement Presidential Decree number 957, 1216, 1344, and other related laws applicable to open market and medium cost subdivision and condominium projects. Rule 1, Minimum Design Standards. Okay, I will pause here and start another one as we start the reading of this IRR.